Hello everyone, welcome to another video from JJ and his Mikey Mike production. This video is a very a very interesting video. So over the past week, I have been getting multiple deliveries and multiple visits to the hobby shop. And of course, I like to, every time I get something interesting, I like to go ahead and record, myself opening it and playing with it. But the problem is that because I've had everything coming in waves, I didn't want to put out 4 different videos. So I decided to thankfully for video editing software, I can just kind of cut and paste all of these different openings together. So you will see in the next few clips here, me with different shirts, different outfits on, opening up stuff because I immediately want to play with it. And then this will be, and then I will do a final, video showing you everything that I purchased and how we placed it on the layout and so forth. So, so let's go ahead and cut to these other video openings, and then we'll come right back. So let's see what we got from the hobby shop. This first thing is just going to be simple. It's just some earthen bumpers. So I will show you when I get the other stuff in on Tuesday why I had to get some more of these. So I don't need to pull that out the box. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what that looks like. And then we got and then we got this. Yes, it is a humongous train station, much bigger than the one I had before. And I'm going to put it, I'll show you where I'm going to put it at on the layout once I get the other stuff in in a couple of days here. But yeah, I went ahead and bought this. I really wanted to get the York Hotel, but I can't find it anywhere. And Menards, for whatever reason, is no longer making the hotel. They said they want the hotel to be a collector's item. So by not making it, it's definitely a collector's item. It's probably selling for twice as much as what Menards sold it for. And I don't understand why they haven't just come out with another hotel called the Chicago Hotel or the Chi Hotel or something like that. But I'm not going to wait for that. I went ahead and got this station, and if they do come out with another super duper hotel, I will move this somewhere else on the layout and get the hotel. But for right now, I just want to start going ahead and filling up a lot of the empty spots on my layout. So yeah, so let's open it up and see what we got. Got this from Legacy Station. They had a used one, and yeah, it looks to be in very good shape. Let's put it out here. Yes. Whoever had it looks like they took good care of it. Okay, put that over there, man. That's a big box. All right. Okay, and let's see what this is. Okay. Oh yeah, these are the little station houses. Oh yeah, they do have lights. Okay, these actually light up too. So I gotta wire these up. All right. Pull one out. Get a closer look at it here. Yeah, look at that. It's got some, you see the lights there. And it's got the 2 hookups there for the accessory power. So, pretty neat. Yeah, and then we got the. All right. Yes. Yes, this should take up a lot of space on my layout. Start filling in some of these empty places. So, yep, there it is. And that's wired up as well. I'm actually gonna put this station I had, the Lionel station I had, the lights went out, and so I went at Walmart and bought this little LED strip. It's got some blue tape on it, and this thing is super bright. And matter of fact, it's much brighter than the lights in a lot of these accessories. So I'm actually going to put that in here and see if it'll make it a lot brighter than the other lights, and then that way I won't have to actually wire it up. I hate, you'd think electrical engineer ought to love wiring stuff out, but I don't. As an engineer, I use AutoCAD. I didn't do a whole bunch of actual wiring. That's more so for electricians. So I hate wiring. I like just plugging stuff in and turning the switch. But I'm gonna have to wire these two, unfortunately. So hopefully I won't have to wire this one. So, all right, well, we'll go ahead and put this on the layout and see what it looks like. All right, so let's see what came in the mail today. All right, Amazon Prime. Yeah, interesting thing about this hobby is it's all kind of places you get stuff to for your layout. So I've definitely gotten some stuff for this hobby from Amazon Prime, that's for sure. All right, so we got some lights, and these should be supposed to be blue lights, I believe. Yes, blue lights. So I will show you later in the video where this is going to go. So it's going to be interesting. The main thing that I want to show today, also from Amazon Prime. So let's open it up and see what came in. Ah, yes. This is a 8-piece elevated trestle set. These bad boys are 6.5 inches. And for some of you who've seen my video before, you're probably wondering, like, okay, well, Mike, you already have graduated trestles and elevated trestles. Why did you get this? Oh, that's a good question. Let me show you why. Okay, so this bridge, zoom out so you can see that. This bridge is an MTH bridge, which has MTH trestles. The problem is that the Lionel trestles, for whatever reason, and I'm not bashing Lionel, I'm pretty sure they have a reason why they do what they do, but for some reason, hold on a second. For some reason, Lionel decided to only make their elevated trestles about, if you look there, it's about 5 3/4. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, 5 3/4. Which is interesting because the products that Lionel makes, like this scale heavyweight Polar Express car here, for example, with the hobo sitting on top, their elevated trestles aren't even tall enough for this to go underneath. So I can't figure out why Lionel would make an elevated trestle that their own product can't go underneath if you circle the track underneath the elevated trestle. So I'm pretty sure they have a reason. If anybody knows, please let me know. But because of that, it may explain why this product is so hard to find. So this is MTH's elevated trestle set for Lionel Fast Track. They made this for Lionel Fast Track, and it is 3/4 of an inch higher than this. Now, some of you are saying, well, Mike, it looks about the same height to me. That's because this, let's see if I can show it here, is not actually touching the ground. Yeah, it's not actually touching the ground. There's about 3/4 inch of a gap. I don't know if you can see it there, but I actually have little pieces of foam under here to try to give it some height so that it's kind of even coming off this bridge here. And the same thing here. And actually this one, you can actually see the piece of foam right there where I'm trying to give it some height, and you can see it there. I think on the other side there. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. And yeah, you can definitely see it right there. So I have to actually put little pieces of foam underneath these elevated trestles just to lift them high enough so that this Polar Express car with the hobo on top can actually go under without decapitating this guy. So it makes no sense to me, but I imagine that's probably why people with Lionel Fast Track are buying these. And you can't find them anywhere right now. They're sold out. I was blessed and fortunate to find one on Amazon. And I'm trying to find some more now. And I'm hoping I can find some more because they only 8 came in this package. And I need some more because they're 6.5 inches, which gives me the perfect height to keep things level coming off this bridge here without having to put these little pieces of foam, which makes this very unstable. And it unfortunately doesn't really provide much support because I have to put little pieces of foam under here. So let's go ahead and attach the elevated trestle set and see what it looks like. Okay, so this looks, zoom out some, a whole lot better than what we was working with before. So that is what I was working with before, and that's why I need some more of these. So I'm hoping I can find another set. But yeah, I had to lift these Lionel trestles, elevated trestles up high enough just for this to be able to roll under here without getting decapitated. And you can see it's still pretty close, but definitely better than what I was working with before. And yes, you can see they just look better. And definitely over here. Oh man, look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Now I got to figure out what's going on with this bridge here. I'm going to actually put a 30 piece here. I'm hoping I can find like a 20-inch bridge. All the bridges out there are either too short or too long. But in the meantime, I'm just going to put a 30-inch here and maybe get some girders or something like that so it actually looks like a bridge until I can hopefully find a 20-inch bridge. But yeah, I definitely love these, and I hope I can find some more. All right, so as you saw in the title of the video, I called it a trip to the Lionel store, but as you have seen, it was a combination of things coming in the mail, visit to my own hobby shop, and so forth. But this last one is the one I'm most excited about. So I had last year, if you watched my video, I had purchased the Polar Express. And initially I got the Lion Chief 2.0 steam engine, which is not a scale version because, as you know, the scale version is pretty much impossible to get unless you're a millionaire and you're willing to pay $4,500 for one. I have no idea why Lionel stopped making it. It seems to me it would be very easy to take one of their existing Berkshires, which you can get, and put a Polar Express sticker on it and sound, but for whatever reason they haven't done it. And if anybody knows anybody at Lionel that can give a good explanation as to why, I would love to hear it. But I decided to upgrade. Once I upgraded to 060 curves, I wanted to run bigger passenger cars. So I went out and got the Polar Express 18-inch passenger cars. And so I started lining these big, huge passenger cars up behind this Lion Chief 2.0 O-gauge non-scale steam engine. And it just didn't look right. You got these huge passenger cars being pulled by this little tiny steam engine. So I wanted to find, well, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get back to that in a second. Let's talk about what we first got from the Lionel store, and then I get back to that story. All right. First of all, so the wife and I went to Charlotte this past weekend just to, you know, get out of town, take a little break or whatever for Halloween, and you know, celebrate our 19 years of marriage. And I decided, well, if I'm in Charlotte, I'm definitely not going to Charlotte and not stopping by the Lionel store. So I was just going to go in and look. And when I got in there, I started looking around and asked a few questions and found out that the Lionel store was offering 15% discounts. And so I was like, well, 15%? Oh, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and open up this wallet. And so I decided to go ahead and get some stuff. So let's see what we got. So another thing that's been very hard to find, in addition to, and once again, if anybody knows anybody at Lionel that can explain why, again, I would just love to know why, is the observation car for the Polar Express set, the 18-inch one. Again, hard to find. You can find the coaches and the hobos sitting on top, the black top, white top, all day long, everywhere, all over the internet. You can even get one probably from Walmart or Amazon. I mean, that's just how plenteous they are. But for some reason, the steam engine and the observation car, I just don't understand why Lionel doesn't make those. But anyway, since I can't get an observation car, I decided to go ahead and get the next best thing, which is a Polar Express caboose. Not sure if it's scale or not, because it is a caboose. But I need something to tail in my Polar Express train. And I think this is a good tail end for it, since I can't find the observation car. I started to get another 18-inch passenger car and see if I could paint it to look like the Polar Express, but I realized that'd probably be a mess because I'm not an artist. So I got this bad boy instead. So let's open it up and check it out. All right. Got a little weight to it, actually. Yeah, that's all right. Huh. I don't know if I think it's made out of plastic. Yeah, it's got a little weight to it. It's gonna be all right. That should look good on the train set. All right. So we got that, and once again, I am running 060 curves, which allows me to run much bigger passenger cars. And so I'm going to run as big as I can run on this 060 curves. So in addition to the 18-inch passenger cars, for some reason, Lionel made some 21-inch passenger cars as part of the Polar Express Vision line, and I actually found one, and normally I would have passed on it, but 15% off, I had to go ahead and do it. So here it is. Polar Express Vision line, my first Lionel Vision line car, and this is the, as you can see there, reindeer car. So it's supposed to make reindeer sounds. So that's going to be interesting. I never had a car like this before, so we'll see how that works out. All right, so let's open this bad boy up. Oh, man. Oh yes. It's in here. Jesus. Okay. So I have to find out what these are for. I don't know. Let's see. Wow. I actually wasn't sure if the overhang would be too much because, as you know, for those of you who've seen my previous videos, I have 2 tracks running in parallel. And in some cases, the 2 parallel tracks are probably only an inch to 1.5 inches apart. So anything with an extreme amount of hangover could potentially bump one of the cars on the other track. So I actually had the people at the Lionel store, they were gracious enough to pull out a 21-inch car that they had just sitting around, and they actually had a layout with 060 curves in the store. Can you believe that? You know, most people, they either have 036 or they have 072. You'd be hard pressed to find anybody with an 048 or 060 curves. It's just rare for anybody to run those curve sizes. I've heard of some people running 048 on like maybe their inside curves and 072 on the outside, but you never hear anybody with 060, but they happen to have a 060 in the store, which is what I run. And so they was able to put the 21-inch car on the track, and I looked at the overhang, and the overhang was barely off the edge of the curve, so I shouldn't have any problems running on my layout. So can't wait to crank this bad boy up. So all right, so to finish where I left off, so like I said, I wanted something scale to pull my Polar Express passenger cars, and the only engine available that was scale was the Polar Express bipolar engine. So I had found like maybe 2 or 3 of them back in September. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna wait till like the end of October, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and get one of those. So about mid-October, I was like, well, let me just, check and, see what the prices were and this and that, because I'm getting ready to purchase this thing, and I couldn't find the engine anywhere. I mean, I looked all over the internet over and over again, checking almost every other day, trying to find somebody that sold this engine, and it appeared that it was completely sold out. So it just kind of sunk my Christmas plan, because I was like, dang, man, I really wanted to have scale Polar Express Christmas train. And so I was trying to figure out, okay, well, I'm gonna have to put, that money somewhere else. So I figured maybe I just get like a new freight engine, and I just buy like some Christmas rolling stock, and that'll have to be like my Christmas thing. And then I have to keep pulling my Polar Express with the little engine that could. And so I had finally kind of got over, being a little down about it, and had kind of settled my mind on a DD35 Union Pacific, which is a 22-inch engine. And so I was just kind of waiting, and I was actually going to purchase that next week. And I went to the Lionel store, and I found, I decided to go ahead and just get this car. I figured why not, and just have the little steam engine pull it, and so they also had a DD35, and the guy was like, we're giving 15% off, and I was like, dang, my hobby shop is only giving 10. So I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and pick up the DD35 since I'm here, why not, 15% off, And so I was telling the cash register guy, yeah, I'm only buying this engine because, I really want to get the bipolar Polar Express engine, but I was like, it's sold out everywhere. And the guy looked at me real strange, and he was like, the bipolar? And I was like, yeah. He was like the one we got up front in the front of the store? I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, we got one in the display case up front. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I was like, I've been searching everywhere for this thing. Like, I even checked you guys' website. Your website said you were sold out. Matter of fact, there's a lot of stuff in the Lionel store that on their website, they say it's sold out. So you can't go by the website. If you see something on their website that's sold out, just call the store because they may actually have it sitting out there on the shelf. And I don't know if they'll ship it or whatever. I don't know how that works, but you know, they have stuff in the store that they don't have online. So, so yeah, so the guy was like, he took me up to the front and there it was. And he said, because it was in the display case, he was going to give me 20% off of the sticker price. And then he gave me 20% off of this too. And this is I forgot how much the sticker, where's the sticker price on this? This is, you can see the price right there. So I got 20% off of that and 20% off the caboose. So I was just like, wow, this is truly a blessing. And so, here it is. I had pretty much given up on this car and had pretty much settled the fact that I would not get a scale Polar Express engine until Lionel decided to make some more. And yet I got the last one they had in the store. So I had them box it up. So let's unbox it. Whew. Yes, sir. Yeah, I literally had them box it up like it's never been out the box. Cause I just want it to feel that way. But I am like so excited to have this engine. I just, wow. Jesus Christ, man. Look at this thing. I gotta be real careful pulling this out here. Cradle it like a baby. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that. All right. Yes. Scale. All right, so let's see. And got some other little stuff little accessories that go with it here. Oh, this goes on top here. All right. And we got the pentagraphs. So, all right. And let's see. Some other stuff. I need to figure out where this goes. Oh, wow. They actually put one of these in there. Huh. That's neat. And yep. Some spare traction tires. All right, so as you know, with Mike and his JJ Productions, we don't get into like the history and the design of the bipolar engine. And somewhere in Pennsylvania, there's one still, you know, working that didn't get scrapped back in the 1960s or whatever the case may be. And if you want to find out the history, definitely check out Eric's Trains. He gives a lot of history behind this and all that good stuff. But here at Mike and JJ Productions, we just put them on the track and we run them, baby, run them. Hello, everyone. So I just wanted to give a quick update on the video you just saw with the Polar Express bipolar engine. As you know, in this hobby, sometimes things don't work out as much as you would like them to, and sometimes you get excited only to realize that your excitement is short-lived. So the bipolar engine, I just mailed it back to the Lionel store in Concord. Last night I ran the engine and it kept derailing every 3 feet. And I tried everything I could, you know, trying to see if there was something causing it, if the track was unlevel, and I just could not see what was causing it to derail. So I don't know if the engine is defective, or it just doesn't work on my layout. My layout has inclines and declines, as you've seen from some of my other videos, and so there are places where the track has, well, let's just say it's not completely flat. At some point it begins to go up a little bit, and sometimes those are around curves, and I don't know. It just kept derailing. So I, you know, packed it up and sent it back. So would love to know in the comments if any of you have ran any bipolar engines on your layout, and if you had any problems with them derailing. You know, I don't plan on buying any bipolar engines in the future. I don't really care for them. The only reason I wanted to buy this one was because, you know, the steam engine isn't available for Polar Express, and I just wanted something scale, a scale engine pulling my car. So so yep, sent that back to Lionel and to get a refund. And for this Christmas, unfortunately, I will be pulling with the Lion Chief 2.0 Polar Express, which is not scale, but it will be pulling mostly scale passenger cars. And hopefully my hobby shop guy believes that Lionel is going to potentially, maybe, offer that engine, the Polar Express engine, as a pre-order in the catalog that's coming out next year. So if that does happen, I would definitely go ahead and pre-order it, because I don't want another Christmas running non-scale engines around my layout. I am in the process of selling all of my non-scale rolling stock, non-scale engines, and replacing everything with all scale. I want to have an all scale layout. So, oh well. So when you have a setback in the hobby, you just keep going. So let's keep the party rolling. All right, everyone. So let's show you how everything comes together. So we have now added the big, I like to call it the big baller passenger station. We got the that down in there. Got the figures in there. Get a good look at that. All right. And got the caboose there that you saw. Of course, all of this is from last year. And then we got the reindeer Vision Line car, all being pulled by the little Lion Chief 2.0 engine that could. Hope to get a scale one at some point. All right, and let's see what else we added to the layout. Got some lights here. So this is like a, I guess you can call it the Blue Lagoon. And so we got the Plastruck Stormy Blue Water paper under there, and I got some lights to kind of highlight it so you can actually see it, because once you cut the lights off, you can't really see it. So I want to make sure people know there's some water under there, and there's a bridge over troubled waters. And of course we got the Menards double track bridge, and we have now pulled out the Christmas bridge, covered bridge, and that's it for now. I'll be making another video hopefully here soon, maybe this weekend, and have some more stuff to show you. So let's cut the lights off and get started.
got drinks. It doesn't matter where you're going. What matters is you deciding to get on.